egg. Well, this time we don't get to see Lord Hater or Commander Peepers, but this is mostly a Sylvia-centric episode. Wander and Sylvia are being attacked by the people at the people who do the show called the Doom Dragon, but I'm gonna call it the Homestuck Dragon because come on, those horns really. And Sylvia is fighting it off, being beaten by it and beating it at the same time, and asks Wander for a little bit of assistance. Yeah, he doesn't have the manpower that she needs, but maybe get something so I can use it. And Wander, of course, looks for something and stumbles upon an egg, which Sylvia confuses it for a rock, and Wander convinces her that, hey, if we bring back this egg to this Doom Dragon up to the nest at the top of this mountain that they're nearby, excuse me, maybe the Doom Dragon will lay off on us instead of becoming a nurturing mother, instead of something beacon of death and destruction. I freaking love that line. Of course, Sylvia's like, nope, no sappy lovey-dovey stuff from me. Okay, no lovey-dovey stuff from me. That thing wants to eat us, and it's best to fight it off. And Wander tries to bring up the egg, but without any help. And of course, it fails. And so Sylvia decides to carry the egg up to the peak of the mountain so that the Doom Dragon can have its baby back. And shenanigans ensue from having the egg turning pink whenever it has a positive reaction to it, be it like a hug or just cradling it like a baby. And the eggshell becomes pink and hearts, and of course Wander gets excited about it, and he's like, oh my god, it likes you, when Sylvia's handling the egg while trying to evade the Doom Dragon. What I really don't get is how many powers does this Doom Dragon have? We have the lava like attack, you know, it spews out lava, and also ice breath and spit, you know, like a gooey spit that makes its enemies, you know, stop in its tracks or something. I'm thinking way too much of Pokemon. And also throws spikes from its tail. I don't get it. Like, how many powers does this thing have? I think I need to ask Craig McCracken if maybe he answers it through his Twitter or Tumblr. And we also get our first song. What was the name of the freaking song? It's something about a little lump of love kicking the bucket of the Bronco, something like that. And it's of course Wander trying to help Sylvia in thinking, okay, if you do positive things, the egg will be happy, and maybe at the end of it, the Doom Dragon will thank us. And Sylvia's still not convinced, blah blah blah. They get to the peak, and of course Sylvia's like, good riddance, there you go. But the egg cracks, and she's like, oh shit, and tries to check if the egg is okay, and when she gets the signal that, hey, I'm okay, she gets all like, oh, thank you so much, and hugs the egg, and it gets all pink. Oh, and Wander's like, ee! Like that. It's adorable. Like, his face is... I have to talk about this. This episode has better expressions than the first one. It has way better character expression, character animation, a lot of squash and stretch throughout the episode. I really freaking love that. It shows that the characters, I mean, they have more life to them instead of just being cartoon characters. Even the little way the hair on Sylvia's head and also Wander's hat, how they bop around, just with slight movements, it shows that there's more life to them. Kind of like in My Little Pony, in which you see how their head bonks and everything moves. It's not just static movement, it's just regular movement, and that's awesome. Of course, in this episode, it shows you that you don't always have to be, you know, the tough guy. Sometimes you have to soften up, and a little lump of love will take the buck out of the Bronco. And that's really sweet. It's not like really that much of a moral, but it's really sweet that, yes, sometimes you have to be harsh, sometimes you have to be soft, and it depends on how you use it. And what else? What else can I talk about? Okay, the ending of the episode, in which, of course, the egg is not another Doom Dragon. It's this little pear sprite looking thing from My Little Pony. Take into account, Lauren Faust worked on this show too. She worked on it with Craig McCracken, her husband. I mean, it's his wife and her husband. Um, and so I think that she designed it thinking about the pear sprites, because come on, if you look at the bug at the end of the episode, it looks like a pear sprite. And of course, we see that the Doom Dragon was waiting for the egg to hatch so it can eat it. And Wonder is freaking out, like, hey, wait a minute, Sylvia, you were right, it did want to eat us out, please. And of course, Sylvia, like with any cartoon showing good morals, goes back, helps the baby out, and she doesn't get to be the dragon. It's actually the mother of the egg, the little bug thing. And she, the mother, scares off the Doom Dragon, making it like the Homestuck dragon, going all black and white, with shades of gray, and that's really cool. And of course, the episode ends with a hug, and it's adorable. Like I mentioned before, this episode has really good animation in terms of characters, and I saw like better detail, for example, in the cave and also on in the nest. I mean, it has really good color coordination, like using colors that slightly contrast or complement each other, and using it either as highlights or even shadows. If you see it like this sort of goldenish hue, well, a dark golden hue on the nest, you see a bit of the shadow being like this purple, and it's really good. It's really cool. The Doom Dragon, you see on the design of that freaking dragon that's sort of like a tip off on Craig McCracken's design. You see, if you've seen Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and Powerpuff Girls, you kind of see his influence on the design. Wander does have it too, but if you've seen the original sketches, you see more of Craig McCracken's style on it. This is more like a revised version, like to make it easier to animate. But I have nothing against it. I freaking love Wander. He's adorable. I want to hug him. I want a plushie. Please, Disney, make plushies about this show. I want a Wander plushie and a Peepers one too. And yeah, this is gonna be it for now, and I'm gonna follow up with the next episode. See ya.